former National Publicity Secretary of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Olisah Metuh, has reacted to the remarks made by a former presidential aide, Omokri, targeted against Igbo people. This comes after Omokri, in a series of posts via his social media handle, asked Igbo to leave Lagos for choosing to support Peter Obi instead of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the forthcoming 2023 presidential election. Omokri had said in a Facebook post, saying, "You rage against Tinubu, you insult his ethnicity, who are the most accommodating people in Nigeria and perhaps Africa. You accuse him of using MC Oluomo. You say Obi is far better than Tinubu. You say Obi will turn Nigeria into paradise, yet you remain in Lagos and refuse to leave Lagos for the paradise that Obi created in Anambra. The only reason I am against Tinubu is because as a drug lord, he can be blackmailed by foreign intelligence services. Otherwise, he performed as Lagos governor. If you maintain that Obi did better than Tinubu, prove it by packing your kaya and relocate to Anambra." Reacting to the statement, the PDP chieftain stressed that if Omokri is not stopped, his remarks and other similar posts shared by him would be passed off as the party's official position. He further maintained that the former aide to ex-President Goodluck Jonathan is not a member of the PDP Presidential Campaign Council, but has been using his closeness to the party's flag bearer Atiku Abubakar to spill bile and make disparaging remarks about Igbo people. I don't understand. The time has come for the People's Democratic Party to issue a disclaimer to Reno Omokri's post. Whilst he is not a member of the presidential campaign team, his closeness to the presidential candidates and his open support for the party may mislead people to believe his post as representing the views of the party. There is no way any reasonable or respectable Democrat can condone such insensitivity. We did not join politics to mock or disparage any set of individuals, least of all a whole tribe. The founding fathers of the PDP had noble ideas, and its ideas and values should not be desecrated by any individual on the altar of a false strategy to engineer hatred against any tribe or stroke an ethnic contest. We all should insist on an issue-based campaign, Metuh wrote in a Facebook page. And this is really, really a fantastic post here. Omokri, Nigerian News understand he has consistently attacked Peter Obi and his supporters on social media ever since the former governor of Anambra State dumped the PDP to pursue his presidential ambition on the platform of the Labour Party. The problem is that you should be talking about obedience, but now you are talking about Igbos. Does it mean it's only Igbos? And that is the same thing this guy did the other time. You know, you always coming out, I will not attack it, Obi. No, continue to attack him because nobody even took his word serious. He came the other time that they are using Obi's face. They printed it and used it to do math and be praying in the mosque. And that one did not say. And I don't understand. If you are talking about or you want to blast Peter Obi supporters, good and fine. But when you now term them as Igbo people, I don't really get it. And Metuh has really said a fantastic this thing for the fact that maybe you might have a whatever grudge or against him, against Metuh, but for this one that he has said, and that is the right thing. You are now painting a whole tribe. I don't really get. So because they are not supporting Peter Tinubu now, so the next thing, so it's only Igbo people. So don't we have a Edo people in Lagos? Don't we have a Middle Belt people in Lagos? Don't we have other tribes in Lagos? So that are supporting Peter B. So you categorize all of them. All of them are Igbos. You see, you are going to pay for these things that you are doing on this area of mockery. You can't escape it. Well, someone is, of course, this one is going to be happy about that. Truth is bitter. Omokri is actually saying the obvious. Southeast is in bad shape, but the Easterners find it easier to cross to Lagos and still compete with the landowners. But you are selling your land now. Why are you not selling your land to them? Why did you send your land to them? I don't really understand. Yorubas are very tolerating, but I know one day Igbos will suffer the consequences of this misbehavior. A word is enough for the wise. Oga has spoken, everyone should prostrate, abi? Empty brain everywhere. It is you that share suffering. No wonder you have it enough. Metuh needs to go back to prison again. Honestly, shameless thief. Sense is too exorbitant for you. Sorry. Well, you and Reno Omokri are the people who are not serious. Just imagine nonsense people everywhere. So Yorubas will leave Igbo land too. Do you see your mentality, Omokri? You are the one making our country like this. Is there any Yoruba or other tribes in Igbo land who will be in the land that is hostile and very uncomfortable? Because you don't travel, we have a Yoruba people, they're full there, they're full everywhere. So you see Yoruba in Igbo land. How many? Unlike our people that flood Lagos. And there's a reason why they are flooding Lagos. They are flooding Lagos. Can you imagine? Is Lagos your father's land? How many property did you and your father have in Lagos? Your hatred for Igbo is what makes you and your family poor. Let Nigeria divide since there's no more one Nigeria. Abi o. Abi. The two people in politics that I used to love and respect so much have suddenly turned to wild, unintelligent animals. Omokri and FFK. Honestly, the thing shocked me. Is it that they sold their senses or what? It baffles me. You have the time to respond to this man called Omokri. Omokri is not someone that needs attention. No, that man is saying the truth. Metuh is saying the truth. When someone say Igbos are ingrates, they are not accommodating, yet they don't even love themselves. But during election, they form alliance. Or do they see form alliance? Abeg, forget it. Do you listen to yourself? Just because I live in Lagos, I should vote for APC. And if I decided to vote for PDP, then I am disrespectful to the Yorubas. So I ask, is the PDP candidate not a Yoruba person? Hmm. Leave which Lagos? What is Omokri doing in a foreign country? After PDP and APC destroyed Nigeria, they ran to overseas. Tinubu built Lagos and he couldn't even build a good hospital. Huh. Now we build Lagos. Mr. Omokri, you didn't even live in Nigeria. You're imbibing ethnic hatred among volatile tribe despite the volatile nature of Nigeria today. In Anambra, there are Yoruba quarters living peacefully. They are Hausa quarter too. They are intermarried tribes living together close to 60 years. After 2023 election, Nigeria will continue, but these issues you are raising will cause huge a lot of problem for whoever wins. Omokri, all your post is not only childish but wicked to today Nigeria. Average Nigeria already made up their mind who they are going to vote for. You are not helping yourself or your candidates. Is the entire Igbo race in Labour Party? I don't understand though. Was the entire Ishekiri race in PDP? How childish and desperate Omokri is to make such incendiary ethnic remarks at a time like this? When the crisis starts in Lagos, I hope he will avail himself the privilege of a hero. He is cooking up Rwanda scenario. Exactly my thoughts. Reno should be stopped now. Fanning the embers of ethnic wars is this fantasy. I am ashamed of him. Reno thinks he's an intelligent writer, but as can be clear to this party, the PDP is post is more injurious to them. Yeah, if you are saying that and you are fighting for this and you expect, of course, because that is the reason why the people will say, no, we're not going to vote for Atiku. Hmm. Too much hate in the land. Everywhere you go, hate, hate, hate. Omokri is in an entity, is a stomach infrastructure journalist. He works for his belly without any atom of integrity. He is a street boy, not qualified to be called a man. Not at all. You can imagine.